Hey there, welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do a October 2022 reading for the sign of Leo. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. Good to see you. So I'm going to do something a little different because I'm going to be going out of town on vacation, and I just found that I'm going to have to try to do shorter readings before I leave. So what I'm going to do is ask for a snapshot, kind of an overall theme or summary of what you'll be facing for the month of October. And when I return, which won't be very long, I'll do a mid-month reading to try to continue along that storyline. So if you haven't subscribed, I suggest you subscribe and hit notifications, then you'll know when that next video comes out, okay? So we are getting started here. Leo. Leo, October 2022. Okay. A few cards of advice, then we'll see what you have going on. It's just to kind of give you a heads up. Kind of look at it that way. This is a brand new thing I'm trying, and I think it should work out pretty well. I'll certainly be able to get to more signs than if I did the readings I have been doing. They've been going on for, some of them, 30 minutes. Okay, let's go. Let's see what's going on. Four Hearts. So, your home life looks very content and connected here. Stable, secure. Feeling like you're part of some kind of family or a partnership. I mean, everything is looking very hunky-dory, and emotionally you're feeling very stable in your home life. That's, wow. Here, though, I don't know what I was getting ready to say with that Four Hearts as I was trailing off, but here you're looking at, it's generally what they call a fly-by-night energy. Things are looking good on the surface, but they soon kind of lose their appeal, or they just turn out not as good as they initially looked on the surface. It could be a matter of somebody letting you down, somebody disappointing you, experiencing some kind of loss. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to do with that, though. So let's keep going with the home life. Now, this is a very unsettled energy. This is the colorized Joker. It's also the Magician card. Expect some kind of influence from the universe, perhaps. I tend to see the Magician card as like the universe working its magic. Throwing in, a boomerang here or there just to mix things up, but also to kind of turn the tides the way the things are going. You know how we have probable realities and probable outcomes, and when the Magician energy comes in there, it can change the course of things. It definitely looks like for the month of October, you're looking at something very up in the air and unsettled. Probably not your home life, though. At least that's intact. But something is unsettled and definitely disappointing you. Six of Diamonds looks like you have new opportunities and options coming to you in the financial arena. The Six of Diamonds just talks about us being able to take more financial responsibility, paying off debt, coming up with a new budget, coming up with a new business plan, all kinds of things. It's generally a good card. It doesn't necessarily mean that a bunch of money is going to fall into your lap, but you're going to have a lot of opportunities to exercise, good judgment around that. And perhaps use resources and money to get things done in practical matters. Let's see what else we can get for Leo's scenario for October 2022. King of Clubs. Well, this could be you, Leo. This is a fire sign, or an Aries or a Sagittarius. This is about taking control. The King here has fair amount of power and authority in some area of life. They're generally looked as somebody you can look up to for advice. But they have a good spirit. They're not out to harm anybody. They can be very generous, but the thing to remember with the King of Clubs is people look up to them and they have a good sense of guiding, other people. I don't know if that's necessarily you embodying that energy, or that's another fire sign. Actually, when I got quiet there, I did hear that that's actually you. You're embodying this energy in the month of October, which is good. I see that as a positive. Perhaps you'll have a lot of people coming to you for advice in other areas, not necessarily, to help you with your situations, especially with this, which I still want to dig and see what this is about. The broken heart being let down. Ace of Diamonds, you're off on some kind of new adventure to gain some prosperity in some way. This is definitely a new start, maybe in some kind of business. In some cases, it can mean like a new job, a promotion, that kind of thing. But that's also coming out with that King of Clubs, so I don't necessarily see them linked, because the King of Clubs is not necessarily about financial matters and abundance. I don't know. It just feels like you have a certain amount of control going on in a good way. You're dominating and controlling, perhaps just your day-to-day life matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a good grasp on everything, despite this kind of crazy energy flying around, and possibly somebody being unreliable, flaking out on you, because you got solid finance here and you have a new start finance here. So, and you got this solid, happy, content home life here. But you got control over it. That's what I'm seeing. You're not wigging out. And you have the Queen of Clubs, also a fire sign card. She's just a little less dominating. She has a more subtle approach to her authority. Again, she is supportive and generous. It could indicate you have somebody around you that represents this, or you could be embodying this energy too. I don't see how you can embody both. So I feel like there might be another fire sign around you with one of those cards. Probably this one. Again, Leo, Sag, or Aries. Maybe you're going to have somebody come into your life that you haven't met yet, is what I'm trying to say. But if somebody, don't read gender into it, but if somebody, when I pulled this card up, if you thought of somebody that came to your mind, that's who it is. And even if they're not a fire sign, maybe they have fire in their chart. So to me, that means you're going to have somebody with some power and authority around you who's going to become a support. Possibly with the King as well, but I feel like the King is you. Let's go ahead and look at your cards of advice. 3 of Spades. Okay, you got a little bit of worry going on. There's a third element or some kind of thing that's bothering you, that's causing some amount of worry, probably to do with this unsettled energy and being potentially let down by somebody. Let's see what else we have going on here. Oof. End of a major cycle. This was a major loss here. But in the line of advice, when I see these 10s, I like to see it up there as opposed to down here, because it means that it's over. Like, you're not going to be experiencing any more of the residual effects or an ongoing problem or issue. Whatever it was, a major loss in the recent past. This could also mean physical death. This could mean divorce. This could be splitting up with somebody that you weren't necessarily married to. This could be having a disagreement with a friend. This could be losing a very close friend. This could be losing a beloved dog. I mean, it could be anything under the sun, but there's a fair amount of grieving and processing that has to happen to go through this. But you're definitely getting past that, which I like, even though you have still some worry here. Sorry, I was thinking about this. King of Spades, King of Hearts. King of Hearts means you could very well getting a control over how you approach relationships. That's what I'm hearing. So control. Again, kings to me represent control. They kind of dominate, whereas queens are not quite as, harsh. Good. The kings are gentler. This is also could be a father figure that you can rely upon, somebody that represents that for you. They're a loving, fatherly figure. They can give you advice, but they care about you and they have your best interests at heart. As far as signs go, this could be a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a person or if that's you. I'm not quite sure about that. I'm not getting a clear picture on it. That's why I keep stopping. The Five of Diamonds, though, you're looking at changes coming your way in finances. This is about reaching some kind of settlement or negotiation. I don't know if you're in the middle of negotiations with somebody, possibly stemming from this recent loss that is ending. But this is about dealing with finances in a whole new way. Let's put it that way. It's definitely a change in financial situation. It can mean in either direction, but I think it's the best way to think about this is it's a positive direction despite the circumstances, because you're going to be using resources differently. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see what's going on. If we can get any more cards. Well, all of this was faded. That as soon as I said that, this literally flew into my face. I don't know if you could see it, but this is all faded and part of your life path. So that means you're on the right soul path, Leo. Whatever has transpired with this great loss and this thing that's still unsettled down here with somebody disappointing the hell out of you. Everything else looks solid, right? But all of this is part of your life path, and it's going to present to you more opportunities as a part of that. Like when we follow our heart, when we follow what I dare say our soul is pulling us to do, or a direction to go, that's when we open up opportunities. I think because we're in alignment and we're in harmony with what is meant to be. You're not putting any resistance in there by not following how your heart is pulling you. You know what I mean? So you're embarking on some kind of new start here with this Ace of Clubs, where you're having to learn some kind of new information or new skill. And it's going to pay off big time with this Eight of Diamonds. This is the entrepreneurship card, and it's about hard work paying off. So if you are considering starting a new business or going into a new field, these cards are saying that it's an all-in thing. You should go for it. Wow, that's very cool. That's very cool. So when I was looking at that, I was just thinking about the rest of the financial picture here. I mean, you had the new start with the Ace of Diamonds here, and you have this about new opportunities. I strongly feel that you're thinking about going in a new direction. If it's not a new career direction or applying for a new job, something as simple as that, or applying for a new position within the same company, I feel like you're looking to go off in a completely different field. because this is all about the desire for skills and learning new information. But the financial picture looks very solid here. Oh, and let's not forget this. There's definitely changes coming in your finances in some manner. The home life looks very solid. You just got a little bit of worry here coming out of this. This is almost a tower moment, honestly. It's something major that you went through. Perhaps that's where this little bit of worry, there's just like a trace of that left. It's possibly something you've been dealing with for a while. But it's cleaning itself up. Like I said, the only thing, and I will address this in the next reading, this is one of the things I'm going to ask what the heck this is about. The unsettled energy and being let down, disappointed in some way, probably involving a person, whatever it is, it involves you on a personal level. It disappoints you personally. It's not just like, oh darn, they didn't have my flavor of ice cream. No, it's something deeper than that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, what this King of Hearts is. That's another mystery. Anyway, like I said, if you want to go ahead and hit subscribe and notifications, you'll know when that next video comes out. When I get back, I'm going to dive deep into those mid-month readings. And like I said, I'm going to try to pick up where this left off. And I already have a couple of questions I want to address. So go ahead and do that, and you'll know when that comes out. Okay, Leo, I will see you soon, and take care until I see you then.